Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we're continuing our coverage of Up All Night 12. And so far we've talked about the Survive the Night tournament, which is an amazing tournament of what you call the Elite Eight that are working toward the winner. And the winner got what, Pete?
Shot to call any title. So at a future Santino's event, they can challenge for any title they like.
Most definitely, and that's huge stakes. But you know what? Sometimes it's not about the stakes. Sometimes it's not about the trophy. Sometimes it's not about the stipulation. Sometimes you just want to punch somebody in the freaking mouth. And so I gotta tell you, it kind of took me by surprise, being the timekeeper and all. I didn't know what was coming next, but all of a sudden, two people that you know pretty well, Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez, together they're called Hustle and Muscle, make their way to the ring to talk a little bit of trash.
Yeah, they were definitely upset by the fact that they were not included in this Survive the Night tournament.
Yeah.
And there was no shortage of them popping off about how that they were overlooked.
These guys are very braggadocious, if you will. They took the microphone and talked a little bit of trash, which I was surprised because, we always want to treat people with respect, but you know what? They didn't seem to have a whole lot of respect for the people in the place. They were pissed that they weren't in the tournament and they were going to let everybody freaking know about it. And so Vinny, of course, got on the mic and started talking a little bit of trash. And then something else happened, Encyclopedia.
Yeah, there were couple of guys that decided to show up after they talked all their smack.
Exactly. If you don't know who we're talking about, we're going to talk about Mr. Rob Shit and Mr. Baron Rasta. We're talking about the Ringworms, who are two prolific and gifted wrestlers from Santino Brothers who come to the ring looking a little interesting, shall we say?
Absolutely. They're very punk rock.
They're very punk rock. And our brother with dreads, dread recognized dread, Mr. Rasta comes to the ring with some dreads, a little different than mine, maybe a little messier than the Jags, I don't know. I mean, hey, I don't know. To each their own.
Beautiful hair, though.
Oh, no, beautiful hair and a good-looking dude.
Same with Rob's.
Beautiful hair and a good-looking dude as well. Both guys good-looking. Both guys tattoos everywhere. And, of course, Baron Rasta had his arm in a sling. Something happened. He's injured. But, they weren't going to sit back and let these guys talk that kind of trash.
Of course not.
Nah, so they come to the ring. Rob gets the mic. He's got a couple things to say to Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez. And they start talking trash, going back and forth. But here's the worst part. Freaking Vinny Wasco is like, yo, I'll wrestle you punks right now, except your boy's got his arm in a sling. He's hurt, so what you gonna do about that? Now, personally, I thought Rob might take him on in a handicap match, but he didn't have to. And tell him, Pete, tell him why.
Because he had an ace in the hole.
Yes.
He made a call. He made a call to our friends.
Yes, very true.
Over at Wildcat.
Damn right. You talking about Luke?
Oh, absolutely.
Talking about PJ?
Of course.
You talking about Hawk Harry's?
Oh, of course.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Those guys happen to have a friend available. A guy named Chuck Devine.
He said he had a buddy riding the rails, coming to kick some butt, take some names, and you saw this man come in, Chuck Devine, all the way from Nolens, all the way from New Orleans. He comes in, and he's ready to put the boots of these mouth smack-talking, jabberjawing clowns. And of course, Chuck Devine is not to be trifled with. He is strong, he is handsome, he is prolific and gifted. And all of a sudden, Encyclopedia, we got a match.
We have ourselves a match. Thank goodness the foresight at Santino's Brothers, with the booking committee, were able to get this on the book so quickly and get a referee out there, because clearly, we're in the middle of doing a tournament, but this had to be settled.
It did. I mean, you don't come out and start talking trash. If somebody walks in your house, start talking trash right now, he get a size 13 where the sun don't shine. And you know what? They came in and started talking trash, and Rob Shit brought his size 12, size 13, whatever it is. Oh, and he didn't just bring that. He brought all kinds of tricks. We see right here, there was a full moon out that night.
I didn't know. I personally hadn't seen it on the calendar that it was a full moon, but clearly Vinny got the least great side of that, and Alonzo is not having it.
No, he does not want to see his man. And look at the face on Rob. He's just enjoying himself. Oh, and next year was the drop toe hold. Drop toe hold to put Alonzo Alvarez's face square into the crack of Vinny Wasco's ass. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but if you trip me to the point where my face goes in somebody else's butt crack, I'm going to want to punch you in the mouth. And I do believe Alonzo Alvarez wanted to punch this man in the mouth, and Vinny's just embarrassed. Hey, how do you get your boy's nose up your butt crack? I'd be embarrassed too.
I'm floored.
Yeah, and they were floored as well.
Oh yeah, but man, look at the teamwork, especially that, Chuck not necessarily as familiar with Rob.
But they spoke the same language.
Oh, absolutely. They ended up knowing what hard work looks like, and they were some great double team.
Yeah, you can see Baron on the outside. He's cheering him on, and then they're working that arm. You saw the double team, double axe handle to the arm, and of course now he's just getting that arm wringer. He's putting some pain on Mr. Alvarez's face.
And you know why? Because you got to remember, Alonzo is a world-class wrestler. He's a state champion wrestler.
Oh yeah.
So what are you gonna do? We're gonna focus on that arm. If he can't use that arm, he can't throw you around. Exactly. He can't lock in that hold. Exactly. He cannot get that advantage from a prone position with a injured arm.
We're going to take away your strength and make it your weakness.
Absolutely.
Chuck Devine with the leg drop, and then of course Alonzo starts to fight back with the knee and an elbow.
And he's frustrated. That's the thing. That's the worst part about it. Usually Hustle and Muscle at this point has already put most teams away.
Oh yeah, because they kind of I won't say they coast because I've seen them in some battles before, but they're usually pretty damn confident. You got the strength and the power of Vinny Wasco. You got the strength and the technique of Mr. Alonzo Alvarez, that experience and that pedigree of amateur wrestling. They are a phenomenal team, but you know what? They had their hands full that night. I'll tell you what.
Absolutely. I was going to say, and Vinny gets in there, and still, it doesn't matter. They're still not able to break up that offense.
Yeah.
That wild card from Wildcat.
Yes.
You know, I think he has that style that just threw those guys off because they're expecting A, and they got B from Chuck.
Oh, for sure. And then, of course, things got a little out of hand. At one point, I believe they went outside the ring. I don't know if we're going to see that.
The bathroom? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Vinny Wasco got thrown into the bathroom, and I was sitting right over there as the timekeeper. It was a little crazy. All of a sudden, the guys are in my lap, and they're throwing people in the bathroom. I don't know what was happening, but you can see right here, with Vinny Wasco's isolated, they started working on Alonzo, but then Vinny made his way back to the ring, and this happened.
And he clubbered him.
He clubbered him.
And look at that look. He's like, oh, my dude.
Yeah.
My dude.
He's a little confused. You can even see the bathroom door open in the back. He's a little confused. He's like, I was in there. I was beat down. I came back. I tried to save the day, and instead I got my dude. He's trying to get him out. Come on, man. It's terrible. Yeah. And then Rob just going to drop that beautiful elbow on him. It looks like he gets the 1, the 2, and the 3. And the Ringworms and Chuck Devine get the W in the grudge match. Kind of something that was unexpected, but still was entertaining as hell, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. There was a malfunction at the junction, as Morrow would say. I mean, you know, these guys that are usually a well-oiled machine, they wrestle all the time. We see them at Ground Zero. Yeah. We've seen them at AWS. We've seen them all over the place, especially at Santino's.
Oh, for sure.
But, you know, that offense that Chuck brought really threw their game off.
Oh, yeah.
That was the difference tonight.
He had some New Orleans flavor that you suckers wasn't ready for. So, I mean, hey, that Mardi Gras flavor, that down home, that spice maybe, I don't know, a little beignet, a little something, I don't know. He brought something different, and the SoCal boys weren't ready. But you know what, at the end, the W is the W. And
absolutely. I don't know, they still go to the pay window either way.
And I think Vinny and Alonzo might have a little bit of a score to settle with the Ringworms when this is all said and done. I wouldn't be surprised to see them wrestle again in the future, would you?
I very much think that there's a collision course between the Ringworms and Hustle and Muscle.
Yeah, and they won't have to, I don't think they'll have Chuck Devine next time.
They may not have Chuck Devine next time, so they're going to really have to watch out for that. I think there's going to be there's definitely some anger.
Oh, most definitely. Would it be bad blood?
Oh, absolutely.
Damn, I like a good blood feud. So, come back tomorrow at 9 o'clock because we're going to talk about another match. And I don't know if I would say this one wasn't expected. I do believe this one was expected.
Yes, it was.
Because
this was planned.
This was planned, and I will tell you exactly what happened. We have someone that we like to call the Mac Daddy. Mm-hmm. Her name is Milo freaking Matters. Milo Matters is fantastic. She is prolific and gifted. She is a rising star at Santino Brothers. Was this her debut?
No, she's been on the Bubble Night previously.
It was their opponent's debut.
It was, and we're not going to say, they're going to have to come back for that tomorrow.
You're going to come back tomorrow, exactly.
Yeah, no, wait till you guys see Milo Matters, guys. She's going places. She is talented. Her opponent, amazing.
Oh, for sure.
You guys are in for a treat tomorrow, but you've already watched this because by this time, the show should be on YouTube. So, you know, you may know, but you need to come back and get the real analysis.
Oh, for sure. And we will see you back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow us at Make Me a Fan 316 on social media. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9.